Stop. Put the brakes on. Do not get ahead of yourself. Are you someone that's just starting off, wanting to start trading the futures? Okay, maybe you're coming over from Forex, but you don't have a solid backup plan in case things implode. Please do yourself the biggest favor. If you are simply have a decent income right now, all right, you have a means to where you can support and sustain your family to pay the bills, do not jump ship and just think you're going to become successful overnight because you put away X amount of capital or funds or money. People think they can take a little bit of money all the time and then grow that. I'm not saying you can't, that can't happen, but it comes with experience and knowing how to. That's the first thing. All right. You cannot just think because you have the funds that overnight that you're going to turn over and start switching into trading and make $1 million. This is not how this business works at all. And frankly speaking, nothing works in that manner unless you just simply won the lottery. Okay. So trading takes a lot of hard work and dedication. You have to understand that from the jump, right from the beginning. And there are core concepts that you really need to master and understand. And I talk about market structure. I emphasize market structure. I have beaten market structure to death, and I still will not let it go because it is the most important critical component to trading that every person or individual, whether a beginner trader or someone that's seasoned and experienced, you know that's what it takes, is being able to read these charts on a daily to understand what is going on. Should I trade going short? Should I trade going long? What are the banks and institutions trying to do? They mix the game up all the time, and it is it's our mission as retail traders to understand which direction that we need to trade. So if you're someone that is starting off, okay, and you currently right now have a job to go to and you're making a decent income or just have a job at all, I wouldn't take a little bit of money that I have put away into savings and think and pour it into trading. Please don't do that. Continue. I'm just giving you words of wisdom and advice. Continue to do what you're doing and securing the bag by having a job and building capital, and at the same time educating yourself to slowly make the transition. Okay. Full-time job you got, keep it. If you want to do part-time trading, then do that. And then when you can prove to yourself that you are consistently profitable trading, then maybe slowly make the step or change into maybe wanting to go full-time if you do. I see so many people and I hear so many people all the time, and I see it all over the internet. People saying they blow their accounts, that they had to go back to work now because, they just depleted the funds. All right, because they thought and think like most people that step into this business that this is easy and that they can simply make money doing so. Little do they know that trading is just not all about having a trading plan and a strategy. There are so many other working wheels or components that go or come into play. Psychology being one of the most important. All right, that's a whole nother topic. I have videos talking about psychology and the struggles that a lot of traders face. Okay, you can watch some of those videos, and you don't have to grasp it or understand it or learn it from me. I mean, it's out there publicly. And not all information is good information. I will say that. But I started this channel for a pure reason of wanting to see people succeed and just share the information and knowledge, personally, how I trade, and not pushing it off on anyone. But I do have, I'm not going to say an education course or a training course or anything like that. I just put information out here because I want to see people become inspired and those that want to become traders, whatever the case is. It's like someone who wants to become a carpenter or an electrician or learn some means of a trade. You have to spend time weeding through things to understand and take heed to valuable information versus information that just, you find out to be a load of crap. So you have to be, I know there's a lot of information out there on the internet. But I have a strategy in how I trade, and I talk about it in lots and lots of videos here on the channel. So please take the time, if you're interested, to watch the videos, get a pen and pad. The strategy is pretty easy. It's just using multi-chart confluence, marking up supply and demand zones, because that's how I trade, and then using a lower base chart to execute or get into a trade. All right. Do not overcomplicate trading. Do not overcomplicate things by adding a bunch of indicators. I'm telling you right now, you do not need indicators to trade with. Can they help you or guide you along? Yeah, they possibly can. But some of the most successful people that trade, or people that trade, aren't trading using indicators. They're pure price action traders, okay? And when I say that, I'm talking about market structure and price action is really all you need. And then you put in the mix there a powerful strategy like supply and demand, something like I talk about here in the channel. Again, I'm not pushing anybody in any direction or telling anybody to trade the way I do, but we do have successful people that are part of our Discord community that trade similar to, and they are successful, okay? Some of them have put their own little twist on things and are making money. They're profitable, just like I'm profitable and consistent in making money. And that's the thing. It's not all about chasing the almighty dollar out here and getting greedy. Take what you can take from the market and be done. The more trades that you take, okay, you're going to find yourself that you're going to start taking on more bad trades, okay? So whatever strategy worked for you, pick out a time frame, especially in the morning when there's volume. Pick out limit the amount of time you spend in the market and limit the number of trades. That's another piece of advice I can tell you. Limit the amount of time you spend in the markets and then figure out what time frame works best for you, okay? Most of the volume occurs during the US session, or maybe an hour and a half pre-market. There's some good setups as well. But again, if you're someone that's looking to get into this business and you're going to take the jump, you're going to just put all the cards on the table, I'm telling you right now, please do not do that unless you really have the secure means, meaning the funds to be able to live off of if you blow your account several times, okay? Because that does happen a lot of times. And people all across here on the internet and people you may come across, somebody has blown an account at least once or twice or 3 times. Unless you're just someone that's really starting off and you're taking heed to what I'm really saying. There's nothing wrong with kind of dabbling with small amounts of money to see. But I'm telling you right now, because that's the way I started. I used just a little bit of capital that I had that I put away for savings. Nothing that was going to harm me in any way if I lost that money. And that's why I say, you should never be trading with money that you can't afford to lose, okay? Because that's the truth. All right. At the end of the day, don't feel attached to the money that you put into your account to trade with, because the market's going to do what it wants to do and it can take it from you. That's the purpose of us, having a trading plan and a strategy. But you have to understand the most important part of what I'm trying to say is learn how to trade with the market, meaning learn and be able to read the market so you can trade with the big boys. I'm talking about the banks and institutions. I do not want to see anybody not being able to pay their light bill or pay their mortgage note or pay the house note because they started gambling. If you gamble, if you get into this business to roll the dice and you don't know the proper way of trading, because trading is a trade, it's a craft, all right, it's an art, it's a skill level, then you're going to find yourself in a very bad situation and you're going to put others that you love in harm's way. So please understand that. Take heed to what I'm saying. If you want to start off with small amounts of capital, or if you want to trade prop firms, I don't know about the prop firms, but I do hear a lot of people that have found success by taking withdrawals and then maybe personally opening up their own or starting their own brokerage account. That's a smart way of doing it. Using someone else's or using the leverage from somewhere else to gain access to a way of funding your own personal account. That's a very smart way of doing it. But I would say do it as quickly as possible, because no one knows how long that opportunity is going to be there, especially with everything going out there. And the government has really placed strict regulations and restrictions on these prop firms, and they're tightening up on things, and they're slowly doing it. And eventually they may crack the whip real hard and they all come falling down. So we don't know. No one knows, but you can kind of take heed to see what's going over in the Forex side of things to see that it may trickle over into the future side. But the futures is great because you can find a lot of regulated brokers right here in the U.S. So, and I did a video on that talking about regulated brokers and ones that I would recommend that you take a look into, not ones that I'm saying that you should definitely choose to. You have to trust yourself and do your own homework in this business as well. That's the most important thing, is trusting yourself and doing so. So, but again, if you're interested in becoming a full-time trader, take steps, baby steps in working your way into this business. If you are hating your job right now and you're looking for a quick means of getting out, look, think about it this way. You have a secure income, right? Keep that secure income until you can prove to yourself, no one else but yourself, okay? That's the most important thing in life, is proving to yourself that you can do this and make it work, and then you can, take additional steps, or make a decision. Hey, I'm going to now step away from whatever it was I was doing, because I'm making more money now than I'm doing, my craft or my trade or skill set. I can be my own boss and work from home or wherever I want to trade from. I've proven to myself I can do this for a living. All right, don't give up your living. Okay, don't give up whatever you're doing for a living to just jump ship into this without proving yourself first. Okay, you don't have to prove to anybody but yourself. That's the most important thing in life. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to feel the most comfortable with, is knowing that you can prove to yourself that you could do something and make it work. All right, it's like no different than anybody else out here that starts a business. We're rolling the dice. Whatever venture we take part in, and it could work or it may not work. You just have to chop it up, move on, and then find something that may work. Or you can come back to the wheel again, and try to not say reinvent it, but figure out what you did wrong, and then put some changes on it, and hopefully you can make it work the second time. But again, this video here is just really just pushing out a word of advice to tell people that, just be very smart about and be wise about the decisions you make. So many people are just rash in the decisions that they make. They're very irrational in thought. And in this business, there's no room for being irrational, because the markets will show you, the pain. It really will. And you'll lose everything you got tied to it. Because a lot of people, they start taking this opportunity. Yeah, they look at it as a business, but then they don't look at it the right way. They start gambling, because, when you've proven to yourself that you've blown your account once, twice, or 3 times, then you've proven to yourself that you can't do this. And there must be a problem or issue that you're facing. And that's what you need to go back to correct. Because when you correct it and then you prove to yourself you're consistent, and you're no longer losing money. I'm not saying you're not going to take losing trades, because we all, have our losses. But the key in this business, like I talk about, is preserving capital and knowing when to get out of a trade quick enough to preserve that capital so you can trade again. You don't want to sit in a trade and blow all your money. Okay. All right. So I just want to see people become successful. So just listen to what I'm saying. And I know there are going to be plenty of people who are watching this that don't take heed to it, but this is just advice coming from someone that's been trading for 13 plus years going on now. And I talk about my struggle in the first 2 years. It simply was because I didn't understand market structure. I thought I did. And we all think we know how to at the beginning. Oh, I can master this. I got this down pat. And the next thing you know, it works for a week, and next week you find out, hey, this is not working. What is going wrong? I was just profitable last week, but now the market's taking everything I made from last week. That's how it works. That's because you don't understand something. So being able to understand, the bigger picture, which I talk about, and looking at and understanding which way you need to trade, that means you know how to read the market, because the market can shift on a dime. You have to be able to do that if you want to consistently remain successful in this business. Preserving capital is the most important thing. Risk to reward, risk management is the most important thing, because that's what helps us grow our accounts, be able to withdraw from accounts, being able to be profitable, and proving to ourselves that we can be consistent. That's all I want to say in this video. I hope that this video helps someone in a sense, maybe motivates you, maybe answers questions for you in a sense as well. But just take heed to the advice here. But if you're not a subscriber already, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking on the sub button down below that you see. Make sure to turn on all your post notifications so you never miss one of the uploads here. This wasn't a trading session. I have plenty of those here on the channel to where I go over trade setups, and you can become part of the Discord community if you choose to. There's a link down in the description portion of the video for the Discord. It's free. You can join. If you want to become an elite member, right below that link in the description, you'll see a link that says become an elite member. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everyone who are currently and have supported the channel and are elite members. Thank you for supporting me as a content creator, because that's what you're doing here on the platform here on YouTube, is supporting me as a content creator. And I'm giving back so much valuable information and sharing a strategy that works and has proven to work, because we have people who are consistently trading and mirror the same way I trade, or maybe put their own little twist on it. I always talk about make something your own and allow it to work for you. So I appreciate every one of you who are elite members and support my efforts of continuously pushing out this valuable information. And if you're interested in becoming an elite member, because people always ask that as well, just look down below. You'll see that link where it says become an elite member in the description portion of the video, or you can click on the join button. There'll be 2 tiers that'll pop up. Make sure you choose the one that says elite channel supporter or elite channel member. It says one or the other. $6.99 a month. That's all it is. It's not a week. It's not a day. And what you receive, you get perks and rewards back. You receive the trade breakdowns where I go into deep detail about trades I take, why I taken that trade, talking about the profit target, just gearing you up and showing you my thought process, or letting you know my thought process behind those trades, as well as you receive the video playlist, so you don't have to sit here and watch 700 videos. It's a series of link by link links to the videos that I feel will cover the most important information surrounding the topic, the strategy of how I trade, and just valuable content. So if you're interested in becoming an elite member, again, you can click on the join button or find the link down in the description where it says become an elite member. All right, $6.99 a month. That's all it is. Okay. I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you, for taking the time to watch today's video. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're trading, please be safe. The market's really not doing too much today. As you can see, it's moving sideways here. But structure, if you look at the market, yeah, we've got a slight downtrend right now, but to me, in my eyes, we are still bullish because we haven't broken any major area structure to the downside. So if you go back and look on your charts, I trade range-based charts. We still, to me, are in a I'm still looking at, I would be looking for opportunities to go long. A lot of people probably would say, well, why? Well, that's the thing about trading. I may see something different than the way you see it. Okay, but you have to understand to be able to see it in the correct way. But to me, right now, yeah, we're kind of breaking, we moving or trending to the downside right now. But if I was to bring this in, scale in, look at the trend to the upside. There's been no major structural breaks to the downside where we've broken any significant area, to me, or whatever, So I'm just telling you what I'm looking for. Right here, just say for an example, right here, there's a little bit of consolidation here. The market broke to the upside here. You could have probably taken this pullback right here to go long. If you're taking it, then you picked up a nice. I'm not saying take the trade from the 60 range chart, guys. If you're somebody that's new, I'm just saying that there was probably opportunity on this area right here where there was a market breaking structure to the upside here. This was a beautiful demand area right here. So the way I would look at it and trade it is moving down to the lower time frame and execute a trade entry based on a demand setup on the lower time frame. I talk about the strategy, so spend a little time watching the videos here on the channel. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.